Alrighty, squad, how's everybody doing out there on this fine Thursday morning? So as some of you may remember, a few months ago I posted this video where this crazy out-of-control biker from a local biker gang showed up with police, harassing these two residents and ultimately breaking their front door, causing himself to get 5 charges, 2 of them being felonies, and facing up to a total of 72 years in prison. Well, I'm glad to say there is finally an update and some closure and resolution on this scenario. So for those of you that don't remember the video, or those who just want a refresher, let's go ahead and watch what happened before I give you guys a rundown of the court case. And as always, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, squad. Alright, let's get into it. What up, squad? Today's video comes to us from Caroline County, Maryland, and it happened back on April 7th of this year. But there's been some new activity on the subject, so I wanted to give everyone a little rundown on what happened and then some updates on it. So initially, a woman gets permission to put a blow-up pool partially on hers and the neighbor's property. Once the pool is half full, for whatever reason, the neighbor takes back the permission and wants the pool moved. The woman agrees and is waiting for someone to come help her and her teenage son move it. Apparently this was not good enough because the neighbor then called her fiance to come handle the situation, and at some point threats were made to whip the teenager's ass. And so all of that brings us to this point right here.
He threatened to come back. I heard him. Arrest him, please.
So this lovely man right here is Christopher Morgan, who at the time of the incident is the secretary for the Chosen Sons chapter from Kent County, Maryland, as well as frontrunner for Dickhead of the Month. He's here with 2 other club members, as well as officers Mayo and Snyder of the Denton Police Department. Take this time to comment below if you think the police will actually do their jobs properly. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it greatly helps out for the algorithm. Alrighty, squad, let's get into it.
That's not illegal.
That's not illegal. That's right to come back to whoop my ass.
I didn't say I'd whoop your ass.
You said you whoop his.
That's different, not yours.
I don't care. That's still illegal. You cannot threaten to come back to someone's
I'm
house.
gonna whip his ass.
Correct. In the state of Maryland, threatening someone and putting them in fear of their safety is considered second-degree assault. So no contact actually needs to be made.
For what? Because your wife doesn't know how to ask someone properly to take down a pool?
Are you going to? Are you going to?
I don't know. I don't care. Just please leave.
It wasn't her fault. You put a pool in the front.
Because they gave us permission. We did not know that this was.
You got a week to move.
We didn't know it was rented by somebody else. We apologize for that. But what I'm asking you is to please leave and not come back like you just said. That is a threat, and I will get you arrested for that.
The police are already here.
I do not care. I will get you arrested
Yes, sir.
by somebody else.
Yeah, phones, yeah, that's all
Literally.
you gotta do.
So please just leave. Yes,
Go to jail.
but you'll go to jail for putting your
Go to
hands on
jail.
him. Do you not have children?
Go to jail.
What are you worried about? Do you have
to jail.
kids? Do you have kids, or do you just have an ego? Leave.
Do I have? Why am I?
Do you have children? Because you're acting like a fucking imbecile.
Got anything to do with
Because look at you, you're a grown-ass man arguing with a kid right now about a pool we got permission over. Just leave.
You're
You
getting the
look
crowd.
stupid. You look stupid. Leave.
Get the crowd up.
You are my trash.
Yeah, what's up?
Mr. Secretary of Chosen Sons, you are trash.
What, bro, get it. He's beating my. That shit on the sun.
What are you gonna? That piece of shit is so on you. Now destruction of property. Arrest him. Arrest him.
broke my
He
car.
just broke my door.
Check it out.
Arrest him.
Huh?
Arrest him.
He broke my
I will
car.
call down enough.
Yo, I'm calling 911.
I swear to God, arrest him, or I promise you will lose your job.
Are you not gonna lock him up? Officer Mayo,
No.
0184.
Stop that. Stop that recording.
Are you not gonna lock him up for
Stop
just breaking
that.
my
Real
notice?
quick.
And I'm not gonna cap you.
That's destruction of property.
So for those of you who guessed no, excellent job. And what's even more sad is the police actually didn't press any charges on this man until April 10th or April 11th, I believe. And it originally was just these 4 charges as you see here posted on Maryland Judiciary Case Search. But then, on May 12th, the state's attorney's office actually indicted Christopher Morgan on 4 more charges, 2 misdemeanors and 2 felonies. The misdemeanors being for attempted home invasion and attempted burglary in the 3rd degree, while the felonies are for home invasion and burglary in the 3rd degree. Here's a statement from the Denton Police Department posted on their social media page explaining their side of the story. Now sadly, I don't think these extra 4 charges would have came if a thorough investigation had not been brought down by an outside agency. Hell, I don't even think the original 5 charges would have been brought up if an outside entity had not gotten some wind of this and had not gotten as much traction as it did. Christopher is currently scheduled for trial on September 5th and September 6th. Alright, so now let's go over these charges. Count 1 is assault in the second degree, a misdemeanor that carries a maximum penalty of 10 years and the possibility of a $2,500 fine. Count 2 is attempted malicious destruction of property. It carries a maximum penalty of 3 years and or a $2,500 fine. Count 3 is destruction of property, and these are both valued at under $1,000. It's also a misdemeanor and carries a maximum penalty of 3 years and or $2,500. Count 4 is disorderly conduct, a misdemeanor that only carries a maximum penalty of 60 days and or a $500 fine. The same with count 5, which is disturbing the peace / disorderly conduct. They both fall in the same statute. Now on to the new charges that were filed. Count 6 is the felony of home invasion, which carries a maximum penalty of 25 years. Same for count 8, which is burglary in the third degree, a felony that also carries a maximum penalty of 25 years. Now, count 7 and count 9, the attempted of the 2 felonies, is a little weird. There wasn't much information I could find on the attempted ones being misdemeanors. What Maryland states is that a misdemeanor burglary would be burglary in the 4th degree, but they don't have it listed here as that. They have it listed as attempted 3rd degree burglary misdemeanor. So the best information I could find is that they would both also carry a maximum penalty of 3 years. I didn't find any fine information for those. So now that's a total of 72 years and 120 days, or 868 months, with the possibility of $8,000 in fines added to it. And I think what's worse is he did all of that in the plain view of police officers, and they did nothing about it and allowed him to leave the scene of the crime and continue about for 3, 4, 5 days. The social media page in which the video was originally posted to, and where I acquired all of this information, as well as a nice person who was messaging me, has also given an update that the police department is no longer giving them any public information requests and or information on recent crime and activity. They are the main source for the people in the county for finding out updates on traffic incidents, crimes in the area, ongoing problems, things they need to do. So it's very disheartening to hear that they're going out of their way to rupture the community and divide it even further. So as I had stated at the beginning of the video, there has been some update as Mr. Morgan's trial was supposed to be on September 5th and September 6th of this year. That comes with both good and bad news, as his trial was not on the 5th or 6th because he was able to cop out to a plea deal on the 30th of August. But I'm actually surprised that he was even given any punishments at all. Considering he went there with the police, I assumed they were going to null process everything or drop it or only give him some sort of unsupervised probation. But as you can see here, Mr. Morgan actually pled guilty to a 2nd degree assault, which is a misdemeanor. Now his total fines and penalties were 1 year of a jail term, suspend the entire sentence, so he served no jail time whatsoever, and he also has to serve 3 years of supervised probation. Not unsupervised, but supervised, meaning he will have to report to an agent, pay some sort of fines and fees, most likely commit to some sort of drug urinalysis screenings, and whatever sort of other implications or sanctions they impose upon him. But yeah, as I said, squad, I was surprised to see that anything came of this because I assumed they were going to null process it. But it is also sad to see Mr. Morgan be able to cop out and serve absolutely no jail time for this, considering I had to serve 20 days for trespassing and then 60 days for trespassing in a separate case that I actually won the appeal on. So yeah, there you have it, squad. This is Mr. Christopher Morgan, once facing 72 years we all knew he would not get, now facing only 3 years of supervised probation and 1 year of jail term over top of his head. Which does mean at any point in time in the next 3 years, if he violates his probation, gets that brought back up, the judge can and most likely will give him the entire 1 year of backup time. So he better keep his nose clean and stop breaking down people's doors down there. But alrighty, squad, thanks for coming out and checking the update. Be safe out there. Until next time, peace out. I'm going in. A gram or two, a cripple you. I hope you ain't got shit to do. A hit or two, a scramble you. So pass it like Campbell do. Mary Jane and Maryland, take you to the fairyland. One puff enough, get you stuck like a mannequin. Crack the Dutch, dump the guts, call it minivan. Cause I be packing blunts, something like a Mexican. My flow chronic, sonic like a hedgehog. And all these other rappers wanna rock like Snoop Dogg. Pussycat, I show you who the top dog. Treat you like a black widow, rip your fucking head off.